What makes Omicron quite so transmissible? What is it about its mutations that make it so very good at replicating itself and being caught by people?
So one of the things that is making it so easily transmissible is that it has lots of changes compared to the Delta variant. And the vast majority of us have been into contact with the Delta variant. So we have a little bit of immunity against it. The majority of us have been vaccinated. But this Omicron variant has got a few mutations on it that mean the antibodies we created to either the vaccine and definitely to the Delta variant are not effective at slowing down transmission. Now, the other ways that it could be causing this increased transmission is that spike protein, the bit that actually joins in with our cells, has a better lock to enter, sorry, a better key to enter the lock that is your cells, which means you may need a smaller quantity of the Omicron variant to enter your body. And then the third way, and the way that the Delta variant became so dominant, was it just produces many, many more copies. That means one individual could be carrying 1,000 times more copies of the virus, which means they can spread it to many more people that previously wouldn't have got it from them.
What do you make of this idea? It's been in circulation for a week or two now that actually this may be wishful thinking, but we may be witnessing a natural evolutionary process which sees over time the movement from pandemic to endemic, something becoming actually more benign, more common, but more benign, and rather more akin to the common cold. I'm guessing the answer to that question is simply we do not know yet. We remain hopeful.
Well, you're absolutely right. We don't know for certain, but it is the natural history of most pathogens, most viruses, that they eventually do less damage to their host. Remember, it's not in a virus's best interest to kill off its host. It wants to spread and replicate as much as possible. So it is hopeful that Omicron or whatever the next variant is more benign, which leaves us in a position where this is, as you say, nothing more than a severe cold. And remember, just because it is becoming the dominant variant so quickly, it's playing on an uneven playing field. In South Africa, 98% of the population are immune to the Delta variant. But this is very, very different to the Delta variant. But in South Africa, they don't have the same vaccination program. So what you're faced here is an Omicron variant that looks completely different, that can have carte blanche over your immune system, racing against the Delta variant with some background immunity. It's like me racing with Usain Bolt, but him being wading through treacle and me having a nice running track. I would beat him in that situation, even though Usain Bolt is a much, much faster runner. It may be that the Delta variant is being dominated by the Omicron, not because Omicron is more aggressive, but simply because the Delta variant has got a much more difficult job to deal with the vaccination and the natural immunity that's being seen in South Africa.